Assalamu alaikum everyone. As I have promised with my grade 7 students that I will be creating a video on question number 3 and question number 4 of exercise 11 that we discussed in our online class as well. So here you can have more clear idea of what was going on in this exercise and in these two questions specifically, where we will be applying the angle properties of triangle. Let's quickly start the questions. The first question which I'm solving in this video is find the value of x. See, you have to find the value of x. That means x is the unknown angle. In this case, you have here. In this case, you have the x here, x degrees. In this case, you have it here. In all of these cases, see that you have two of the angles that are known. This one, in this case this one, and in this case we have this one is known, this is not known, but it is clear that it is 90 degree because they have shown us through this symbol, or you can say this is straight line and here is the horizontal line which come together to make the 90 degree angle. So that means this is 90, this is 60, this is x degrees, where again you can find the value of x using these two angles. So let's quickly solve these questions. The first property is sum of interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. This is the property which you have to remember forever, right? So now in this case we don't have any name of the vertices, but we can name them. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Now I can say that measure angle A plus measure angle B plus measure angle C is equal to 180 degree. Even if you did not, for example, name them and do it directly, that is also fine. Now measure angle A in this case is 45 degree, measure angle B is 58 degrees, plus measure angle C is x degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now I want you to add these two, 45 and 58, and let's see what it gives us. So 45 and 58 when added gives us 103 degrees plus x degree is equal to 180 degrees. That means I have to find x degrees, so I will take 103 to the right hand side, 180 degree, and it will turn into a minus because on the left side it was with a plus sign. Minus 103 degrees is equal to, now let's see what is the answer when you subtract it from 180, and the answer is 77 degrees. Yes. Now let's move to the next question where you have to find the value of x again. Now I am not writing the property again, as you have now already known what is the property. The property is sum of interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So simply I will put the values and I will start solving it. For example, I name this as A, I name this as B, I name this as C. So it will be measure angle A plus measure angle B plus measure angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Now in this case I have A as x degrees and measure angle B is 98 degrees, measure angle C is 30 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now adding these two will give me 128 degrees and is equal to 180 degrees. Again I have to subtract 128 from 180 degrees, and what I will get, 180 minus 128 will give me 52 degrees. 52 degrees. So that means my x here is 52 degrees, right? Now coming to the third case, where again we have to apply the first property, which says measure angle A plus measure angle B plus measure angle C is equal to 180 degrees. As I told you before, you can name the vertices by yourself. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Now in this case, A is x degrees, B is 90 degrees, as you can guess it from this symbol used, right? And measure angle C is 60 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now x degree and adding these two will give me 150 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now x degrees is equal to 180 degree minus 150 degree, which will give me 30 degrees. So that means x here is 30 degree. So for example, if you want to check your answer, what you can do is you have to add this, for example 90 plus 60 plus x is 30. When you will add these three, you will get 180. When you will add these three, you will get 180. When you will add these three, you will get 180. For example, you don't get 180. In that case, it means you are doing some mistakes. Okay, so coming to question number 4, which is also interesting. You have to find the value of x and y. Now there are two of the values which are unknown, which is x degree and y degree. First, if you look at x degree, this is the interior angle, and if you look at the y degree, this is exterior angle. You know the property for the interior angle, which says sum of interior angle of triangle is 180 degree. So you can simply say 45 degree plus 55 degree plus x degree is equal to 180 degree. Now when you add 45 and 55, you get 100 degrees, and then you have x degrees here is equal to 180 degrees. Now x degrees will be equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degree. Okay, so in which case you will get 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees, right? So x degree will be equal to 80 degrees. So this means this is 80 degree. Now you have to find the exterior angle, which is y degree. So y degree can easily be found using two of the method. One is you have to subtract 180 from 180 and you will get 100, and another way here is you can simply add 45 and 55 to get the answer. Let's do both of these. So the first one you can do 180 degree minus 80 degree is equal to 100 degrees, which is the straight line property. Straight line, okay? And this is how you found for y degrees. And another way you can do it is using the exterior angle property, which says exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angle. And in this case, the opposite interior angles are 45 degree and 55 degree, which will again sum up to 100 degrees. Coming to question number part 2, which is quite simple, where you have to find x degrees, and when you identify it, x degree is the exterior angle, you can easily say that exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angle, or easily you can plus 40 and 35 and you will get the answer. See, you have x degree is equal to 40 degree plus 35 degree, right? 40 degree plus 35 degree is 75 degrees, right? This is how you do it. And another way you can do it is you have to find this unknown angle here. So for that you will do 40 plus 35 and you will subtract it from 180 degree, in which case you will get 105. And then what you have to do is you've again subtract it from 180, in which case you will get 75. So both of the methods can be applied here. Now moving to question number part 3, here you have to find x, and it also can be done in two ways. Let's do both of the ways so that you understand it better. The first one is exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles, right? Now exterior angle here is 100, so 100 degree will be equal to, interior angles are 45 and x, 45 degree plus x degree. So you will simply subtract 45 from 100 and you will get 55 degrees is equal to x degrees. This is one method. And another method is, method 2 will be, you have to subtract 100 from 180 to get this angle, right? You need this angle first. So what you will do is 180 degree minus 100 degrees is equal to this unknown. For example, this unknown is y. Let's name it y. So this will be 80 degrees is equal to y. Now what you can do next is you can use the sum of interior angles property, and you will simply do 45 degree plus 80 degree plus x degree is equal to 180 degrees. Now when you will add 45 and 80, you will get 125, right? X degree plus 125 degree is equal to 180 degrees. Now for x degree, you will subtract 125 from 180, right? Now when you subtract it, you will again get 55 degrees. This is also one method you can use here. So both of the methods are correct. Whichever you use can work. Coming to the last part, which is also very simple, you have to find x degree. Now you know that x degree is the exterior angle and these two are the opposite interior angle. So what you can do is you can easily apply the exterior angle property, and it will say that x degree is equal to 70 degree plus 50 degree, which is equal to 120 degrees. And another way can be, you can add these two angles, subtract it from 180, you will get this angle, again subtract it from 180 and you will get x degrees, and in both cases you will get the same answer, which is 120. Now stepping into the last question, which is part 5. Here you have some algebraic angles, but it's completely fine. Again, you can notice that the property here which can easily be applied as exterior angle property. So we will use this property. So let's apply it. Exterior angle property says exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. So 4y degree and 7y plus 6 degrees, right? So this is what exterior angle property says. Now what we will do is 116 degrees equal to, we will add these two and it will give us 11y degree plus 6. Now we need 6 degree on the left because it resembles the constant over there. 116 minus 6 degree is equal to 11y degrees. So when you subtract these two numbers, you get 110 degrees is equal to 11y degrees. Now again you need y here, so we will bring 11 to the left side, it will be divided and then you will get the y degrees. So 110 divided by 11 is 10 is equal to y degrees. So y degree is 10 here. Now you don't need just y degree, you need 4y degrees. So what you will do is 4y degrees is equal to 4 multiplied by y degrees is 10. So 4 multiplied by 10 is 40 degree, right? Now in this case you need 7y plus 6. Again you have to substitute the values. So 7y is 10 here plus 6, 7 10 is 70, 70 plus 6 is 76, right? So that means this one is 76 degrees, this one is 40 degrees, and you can come up with this angle if you want to find it, or you can easily find this angle using, if you want to, you can subtract 116 from 180 and you will get this angle. So I believe you guys understood the concept. The only thing that you should know is how to apply the properties. You have to properly comprehend the properties so that you can be able to apply those, and it's an open method. Whichever you use, whatever choices you make, it's completely yours, but by the end of the day you will be getting the same angles. So this is how you do it. Hope so you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel and take care for yourself. Bye bye.